Mm. You're up early. Relative to the usual time, anyhow.
Well, you know what they say. The early bird gets the worm.
Or in your case, a lecture. Evan, we really need to talk.
We do? This conversation wouldn't happen to have anything to do with a girl, now would it? Because I really think we could use one.
Why did you have your binoculars out? Are you so bored that you've reduced yourself to bird watching?
No. I was just admiring the beauty of Mother Nature. After all, there are many things in this world fetching enough to warrant a closer look. Do you know we have a new neighbor?
Oh, since when?
This morning, I think. I saw her out back hanging laundry. Rows and rows of lingerie. Some of it as red as fire.
I have class in an hour. That doesn't leave me much time to tear your face off. Come downstairs, I'll make it quick. I want to talk about your future. Hey! Don't give me any attitude.
Cameron, I really don't want to talk about this right now. Don't touch my hair, I need that for styling.
You never want to talk about this, but you need to. Evan! I can't support you for the rest of my life. What happens when I get married? Huh? I'm sure my wife will love the prospect of spending the rest of her life with a loving husband and his delinquent friend.
I really don't think we have to worry about that for a while.
Very funny. Another blow of the crotch like that and I'll kick you out of here fast so you can say Lyndon Johnson.
You've been a bit sensitive lately. Is everything okay?
Oh no, we are not making this about me. You don't have a job, you don't go to school, heck, you don't even help around the house. Evan, it kills me to say this, but right now you're pretty much just a waste of oxygen.
I resent that. And since when is it such a big deal to take a couple years off school?
Don't you have any dreams? Any motivation at all? Hot off the press.
When did we subscribe to the Weekly World News?
Oh, come now. That's perfectly legitimate journalism. Who wants to hear about politics or weather when you can learn all about some loser junkie's head trip? Anyhow, I'm off. And please, for my sake, make yourself useful. Mow the lawn or something.
Thank you. So, my name's Janet. I just moved in.
Nice to meet you. Evan Wagner. How about that recycling, eh? Quite a pain in the hinder.
Yeah, then again, garbage day isn't much better.
I'd probably say it's much worse with the smell and all. So where are you from?
West Virginia.
Wow. What brings you all the way to the Great White North?
This is gonna sound a bit immature, but I basically ran away from home. I just really couldn't stand my parents anymore.
Too iron-fisted, huh?
No, handicap. I mean, it's totally not my job to take care of two over-the-hill cripples. I have a life. I have dreams.
Oh, obviously. Perkins reported seeing the strange lights around the abandoned building behind me. He claimed that they were definitely not airplanes due to their strange movements.
They went up and down, they went left and right. They were all over the place. They were like fireflies, but big. And they weren't on fire. Scared the poop out of me. Never seen anything like it.
Pretty spooky stuff. Looks like bad.
So, I talked to the new neighbor today.
That time I had the embarrassment of vacuuming.
I don't know, man. I did end up setting up a date of sorts.
Dinner? Movie? Moonlit walk in the park?
Lemonade, actually. At her place.
How on earth does that qualify as a date? I think you're grasping at straws here, trying to make something out of nothing.
That's not nothing. It was lemonade at her place. Maybe upstairs.
Would you mind coming back to reality for a moment? She's your neighbor. If anything, she just wants to get to know you better so it won't be weird when she asks you to rake her leaves. Heck, even if it was a romantic gesture, you have no chance.
I wouldn't say that.
It's true. I know for a fact that women are incredibly hard to please. You need at least a steady income and a nice car before she considers you to be anything more than a cute diversion.
Well, you're quite the cynic. What experience are you basing this knowledge?
I've seen many romances start and end. Since none of them are my own, I've had the benefit of observing from a distance, free of bias.
Wow, so does that make you like a love doctor or something?
Head doctor in training. 2 more years.
So, what should I do?
Have lemonade with her. Just don't expect anything to come of it. It's that cat again. I thought I told you to get rid of it.
I hit the thing square in the head with a chunk of cement. Think it might be a different cat?
No, it's far more likely that you shrugged off responsibility again.
I killed the cat, I swear.
In that case, it may very well be a zombie. Shut up. Maybe we should go inside.
What's all the commotion?
It had to be a bird. An owl. A big, red-eyed owl. It wasn't an owl, was it?
You went in too quick to see, but Janet looked at me and smiled. I just wonder if she does like me. Wouldn't that be swell?
How is that important? Evan, we just saw a monster! It's be out there, lurking in the shadows, waiting to strike.
It was obviously more scared of us than we were of it.
I wouldn't say that!
Just take it easy. Sit down, watch some TV or something.
The police. I need to call the police.
More like animal control. Seriously, it was probably just a raccoon or something.
Wait. I can't just tell them that. They're never gonna believe me. Yeah, I got it.
Go on, tell them the truth. But they'll bring a swap van.
Shut up! No, I was terribly sorry. I was merely telling my panicked friend to keep it down. Yes, there is an emergency. I just saw an intruder in my backyard. Large build, dark complexion, and glowing red goggles. Swamped, you say? Strange services all over town? My gosh. I think it might be an invasion. 2350 beyond. Okay, thank you. All their officers are out investigating similar encounters. The lady at the station said they'd be sending someone along as soon as possible.
I guess we can rest easy then, huh?
I wish that were so, Evan. I wish.
Morning, I'm with the police. Inspector Cole, I'm responding to a call you made last night. You say you encountered some sort of intruder?
Yes, sort of. Please, come on in. Yeah. Make yourself at home. I'm afraid I haven't been 100% honest with the authorities. I think what I saw might have been some kind of large animal, but I've never seen anything like it. The thing was built like a monster. I saw it in the backyard. It was the size of a man, it had wings and...
Bright red eyes.
Yeah.
I know. I've heard the same thing over a dozen times in the last few hours. Frankly, I'm sick of it.
Well then, do you know what it is?
Psychology.
Yes. Inspector, aren't you the slightest bit worried about what I saw? This thing could be dangerous.
I think it's a whole lot of hogwash. The human mind can play tricks on you. Anything it doesn't comprehend causes it to panic, and with that, loses its ability to function rationally. Did you know that a snowy owl escaped from the zoo last night? Furry little critter. Matches your so-called monster almost perfect. Makes you think, don't it?
So you're telling me it was an owl?
Actually, I'm lying. There was no owl. Hell, there isn't even a zoo. The fact is, you could have seen anything. No sense in panicking. Do you know anything about telepathy?
Not particularly. The whole concept strikes me as science fiction fodder. Nothing more, nothing less.
I happen to believe it's real. I'm willing to bet there's entire colonies out there that are using it as their primary form of communication. Words can be misunderstood. With telepathy, there's only truth. What about your friend? What does he do?
I'd like to know the same thing.
What, you don't believe in recycling either?
Again, aren't there more important things we could be discussing?
Cameron, the man is an officer of the law. I'm pretty sure he knows what he's doing.
I don't know what to tell you. The guys at the station don't know exactly what's going on yet. For now, the premise appears to be perfectly safe.
What if it comes back?
Don't worry. I'll be in touch.
Hello, Janet. My, you're looking lovely today. You shine like an angel, yet have the lust-inducing physique of an overpaid supermodel. Take a seat, my dear, after you. Do try to be comfortable. Yes, sitting, one of life's finest pleasures. Then again, it's nowhere near the pleasures we could experience upstairs. What? You love me? My gosh, I love you too. What? You want to express it to me? I would love that. What? You can't wait to go upstairs? Neither can I. We have so much in common.
It's just you. Don't sneak up on me like that.
Shouldn't you be in class?
I got caught up in my research. No sense going now.
You're lost. Well, if you need me, I'll be at Janet's. This is, without a doubt, the best lemonade I've ever had. So, how are you today, Janet?
I'm pretty good. I'm a little bit tired, but not enough to slow me down. Yourself?
I'm good. In fact, great. I mean, good company, awesome lemonade. What more could I ask for?
Let's see. Love, wealth, purpose.
Well, maybe those first two, but I never really saw a reason to give purpose to something as open-ended as life.
Purpose is everything.
You know what? You're absolutely right, Janet.
People from all walks of life have come forward to share their supernatural experiences. Jimmy Salvador has the story.
Strange occurrences continued to plague our city. Last night, police were bombarded by frightened people, many of which encountered a strange owl-like creature.
And it stared at me with these like glowing red eyes, right? I don't know. I don't know if it was hypnotizing me or what, but I was standing here for like a minute before I could like look away. When I finally did, I take off. This thing starts chasing after me. It spreads its wings, it starts coming down, swooping and sweeping like some kind of freaking demonic bat or something. So I managed to get home, run inside my house, lock the door. It knocked, but I didn't let it in.
So we was driving down this one of them big
like a street road.
yeah, except that it was nice and smooth. All of a sudden we turned around behind us and there was this big creature thing with them
like a bird with like see-through wing.
yeah, they had them wings and they was like see-through.
With Simone.
Yeah, no chicken, just see-through wings. And remember the eyes?
They was red. They was
red.
a devil Christmas tree.
Yeah, I started to speed up. We were going so fast. I never thought we were driving this fast before. What were we going?
40, like maybe 50. I think it was 50.
Yeah, we got up to 50, and it was still keeping pace. We didn't know what to do.
It's so
fast. The
fast,
cars
like
working so hard, and
an angry bat, like flapping.
Yeah, like angry bat, flapping. And then we were going and driving and so scared, and just holding each other, telling everything's gonna be okay.
Everything gonna be okay. Everything gonna be okay.
Many of the reports mention the old abandoned factory behind me here. Eyewitnesses speculate that the creature may be nesting somewhere inside. In addition, residents have been calling the police regarding strange phone calls and continued UFO encounters. Jimmy Salvador reporting.
I've never seen anyone drink so much lemonade.
You must put nicotine in it or something. Seriously, it's great. Oh. God, I have to tell you something, Janet.
Oh?
You're beautiful. I'm being completely honest here. You're fine with a capital F. On a scale of 1 to 10, you're at least a 7.3. Then again, I probably shouldn't have said all that. I'm acting like a complete fool.
What can I say? It's true. Listen, Evan, I know you like me. Heck, I even saw you watching me from your window. The strange thing is, I like you too. It's just, you're too much of a child. I mean, you still live with your old buddy from high school. You don't work, you don't go to school. I just need someone I can rely on. I want to work with my man, not for him.
I write poetry, occasionally. Romantic stuff. You know, I thought girls like that kind of thing.
Girls, Evan, not women. Right now you're nothing more than just a cute distraction.
But I am cute, right?
Nothing more than a cute distraction.
She's no good thing when she sees it. Her loss, not mine. Hard time. Previous experience. Security guard full time. 3-week training course required. Chapman was right, I am a loser. Oh Lord, I know I have not lived my life to its fullest potential, but with your help, I hope to change that. Please, guide this dart for me. I place my future in thy hands. Dancer/waitress wanted. Night shifts, long legs are a must. I admit, it's funny, but Lord, please try to take my future a bit more seriously. Good news, Cameron. I just got a call. Starting tomorrow, I'm going to be a volunteer crossing guard.
This is what we saw, Evan. The Mothman. Point Pleasant, West Virginia. On November 15th, 1966, two married couples were out for an evening drive. They first witnessed the creature outside an abandoned TNT factory. They saw red lights and stopped the car, only to find that they were the glowing eyes of the Mothman. Frightened, the couples drove away as fast as they could, but it was no use. The Mothman simply glided alongside the car. speeds exceeding 70 miles an hour. The thing didn't even look strange.
Aren't you happy? I have a job. I'm finally starting to make something of myself.
Nice. Whatever. Throughout the following months, Point Pleasant became a hotspot of supernatural activity. People reported seeing UFOs, ape creatures, and men in black. But nothing was seen as frequently as our friend, the Mothman.
I guess he wasn't one for keeping a low profile.
December 15th, 1967. The Silver Bridge connecting Ohio and West Virginia collapsed, killing 46 people as a result. Investigations stated that the cause of the tragedy was a faulty eye-bar on the suspension chain. Eyewitnesses reported seeing the Mothman atop the bridge at the time. Apparently, it let out a shrill shriek just as the cars went into the river. On a side note, 2 of the 46 bodies were never found.
They were abducted, weren't they?
That's my theory. Now for the real kicker. The Mothman has not been seen since that tragedy. That is, until now.
So yeah, mystery solved, I guess.
Did you hear anything I just said? Evan, it destroyed the Silver Bridge. Something terrible is going to happen, and that creature is going to be the cause.
I don't know, man. Sure, the bridge collapsed, but for all we know, the structural flaw theory might be right.
It was constructed in 1928. If that were the case, it would have fallen long before 67.
I feel like I'm fighting a losing battle here. Fine, think what you want to. Just remember you have class tomorrow at 3.
I know. Don't worry about it.
Alright. I guess.
Hello? Is it you? What do you want from me? I'm sorry, Mr. Mothman, but you'll have to speak up.
What's happening?
It was in the house. The creature! It was in my room! Just staring.
Cameron? I didn't think I'd have to say this ever, but, you know, I have work in the morning. I really need to get some sleep.
Man! I just told you there's a 7-foot monster in the house! How can you possibly sleep?
By closing my eyes. It's really quite simple.
Do you have a death wish? What's wrong with you? It might be malevolent.
Malevolent what?
Get a dictionary, idiot. It means evil. A force that gains personal satisfaction by destroying peace and creating misery.
Sounds like my ex-girlfriend. Look, you've been reading way too much about this Mothman. Day and night. Research. You have Mothman on the brain. Most likely, you're just tired and you were imagining things. Heck, you study psychology. You're the last person I expect to jump at shadows.
The back door is open and the floor around it is covered in dirt. I know for a fact I didn't imagine that. Something came in.
No breakage. There's probably some teenagers or something. Testing the boundaries.
You seriously don't believe me?
Something came in. But I highly doubt it was this Mothman character.
How can you be so freaking blind? He called me, Evan. Tried to tell me something.
Let me guess. You don't speak moth.
What's wrong with you?
No, Cameron, what's wrong with you?
Police and the media are overexposing the Owl Man. This is a unique creature that deserves to live a life of privacy without being exploited for personal fame. Please sign this petition to stop the harassment of this no doubt precious creature.
No, see, that's the exact opposite of what's going on. That thing keeps trying to mess with my head, and every time I go for help, it's gone. Screw you.
The police, sir. I've been out here all day and it's getting kind of hot. Owl Man get up isn't helping much.
Also, stop calling it the Owl Man. That's just ridiculous. It's actually an ancient cryptid known as the Mothman, an ultra-terrestrial being from another dimension, or at the very least another planet. Seriously, try to show a little respect.
To be honest, sir, I don't really care about this crazy fad, and I don't really believe any of the stories flying around. However, I have to get 48 hours community service before I get my high school diploma, and these few signatures are the only things that stand in my way, so please.
There are more important things in life than accomplishments. Self-respect, morals, honesty. You're advocating something you don't believe in. As a result, you become a hypocrite, which is the worst kind of thing a person can be. Oh dear.
Look, man, I don't care what some loser obsessive has to say about me. You gonna sign this or not?
You know, it's a really good feeling knowing that I've helped put you on the path for success.
Should hope so.
But I gotta be honest, your current position isn't much more than just an amusing joke. I mean, I was a volunteer crossing guard back in grade school. I was 12 at the time. And you're almost double that age.
Well, maybe I'm just a late bloomer.
You don't even get paid. How the heck do you cover the rent?
Oh, I don't. That's Cameron's business. Seriously, his folks are loaded.
And what does that make you, a moocher?
No, I'm just a charity worthy of his time.
Maybe you should just get a real job and stop being such a loser.
Janet, that hurt.
It's called tough love. I don't want to see you throw your life away.
You're starting to sound like Cameron. I thought we were friends.
We are friends. Just sometimes you have to put a friendship on hold for the good of both parties. And I'm just thinking this is one of those times.
I take it we won't be going on that date anytime soon. What? Did the Mothman send you an email?
You look upset. Is everything alright?
I think I'm done with her. Nothing I do is ever good enough.
She wasn't impressed by the new job?
She called me a moocher. That's not true, is it?
Well... I'm kidding. Kind of. The truth is, I really don't mind you staying here. As I said before, we're friends. We need to look out for each other. And besides, unlike Janet, I'm actually quite impressed that you're doing something. Pathetic may it be.
Gee, thanks.
Maybe I'm grasping at straws here, but for a brief time you actually had goals and ambitions. Sure, you weren't trying to cure cancer or feed the hungry or anything, but you were actually aiming for something. Perhaps you should keep at it. Persistence may very well be the key to her heart. What I'm saying is, I don't think she'd be so hard on you if she didn't actually like you.
She called it tough love.
That's the best way to help somebody with their problems. This Janet chick sounds like an extremely intelligent person.
That's one of the things I like about her so much. That and she's hot.
Naturally.
You missed class.
I got very wrapped up in my reading. I found a few essays discussing the creature's motives. While most people consider the Mothman to be a harbinger of destruction, a few theorize that he actually came to Point Pleasant to warn people about the upcoming disaster.
Why hasn't Marvel published a comic about this guy yet?
Well, as I said, it's all theory. Some claim that the shriek it emitted while resting atop the bridge was meant to scare people away from the area. I also read an interesting story that supports the theory. Apparently, the night before the incident, a little girl noticed Mothman staring at her through the window. The next day, her father came down with a horrible headache. As a result, he refused to take a trip across the bridge, despite having plans to. Sounds crazy, doesn't it?
My thoughts exactly.
You really don't believe any of this?
No. And it's not because I'm closed-minded. It's just, I feel we have more important things to worry about. I mean, you've been missing classes, and I've been trying to focus on putting my life together. We don't have time to spend day after day studying something we may or may not have seen. Let the authorities figure it out. Or that reporter guy, he seems pretty interested in the subject.
You're right.
I should hope so.
I need to contact Jimmy Salvador. He'll be able to tell me about the recent encounters. I'm sorry. I just have Mothman on the brain. I can't stop, not until I figure it out.
Cameron, maybe some things aren't meant to make sense.
Stop trying to think. Just focus on getting your girl.
Maybe I'm not the only one who needs a bit of tough love.
talk to you, Mr. Q. The lives of hundreds rest in your hands. Look for me tonight. I'll be waiting out back.
Good thing I didn't iron anything. Frickin' moths. Cameron Keel, pleasure to meet you.
Likewise.
Please, come on in. Make yourself at home.
I'm afraid we won't have time for comfort.
Welcome to my sanctuary.
It's more like a museum to me. Guess that makes you the incredibly boring curator, huh?
Oh, I'm glad you noticed those. Apparently some people have found links between the Mothman and the Thunderbird of ancient legends. Others still believe that there is a connection between it and the Flatwoods monster.
Mothman?
The creature.
I think Owlman will move more papers. That is what's important after all. Stand over there. I want to take a picture of you with your girlfriend. Say mothballs. You know, this might pass for front page news. That is, if I was reporting for the Looney Bin Monthly.
You're not going to try to make me look like some kind of psychotic, are you?
I'm just here to document. I'll leave it to the station's viewers to come to their own conclusions.
So you're going to keep everything in context, right? I don't want my words all jumbled up.
Look around you, man. What other context is there? Sit down. So when did you first encounter the owl, man?
We saw it out back a few nights ago. My roommate and I heard a noise, so naturally we went to check it out. Unfortunately, I didn't get a good look. The light from my flashlight scared it off. I'm thinking its giant red eyes are very sensitive to bright flashes.
Have you seen it since?
Yeah, it broke into my house.
It broke into your house?
Well, it called first. Really creepy stuff.
Not to mention courteous. So what proof do you have that our Owlman is the same creature that plagued Point Pleasant way back in the 60s?
The similarities are too numerous to mention. I mean, people look at me like I'm crazy when I try to explain it, but just do a little research. You'll find that your so-called Owlman acts and looks exactly like the 1966 creature. It's completely true.
You say that odd encounters plagued Point Pleasant during the Owlman's stay. What sort of things are we talking about?
Lights in the sky, men in black, ape creatures, out-of-place kangaroos and panthers, phantom calls, electrical disturbances, poltergeists, and of course the Greys.
The Greys?
You've seen pictures. The skinny, bug-eyed aliens plastered all over Area 51 caps and t-shirts. They've been seen at one point or another during every unexplained mystery from the Loch Ness Monster to the Jersey Devil. Glad to see you find my stories amusing.
I'm sorry, it's just... you thought a lot about this.
It's called research. Look it up.
Seriously, man? Get a life. I mean, there's a whole world out there. Despite what you might think, it's actually possible to get a little sunlight without running a risk of being abducted.
Do you treat all your contacts this way?
No, just the crazy ones.
I could sue! This is a violation of my dignity!
I don't think you'd be able to find a lawyer for that one.
Shut up, Evan. This man just made a fool out of me.
You were always a fool. I just taped you.
You! I pay the rent around here. Defend me!
Listen, I think you might be wasting your time with all this Mothman business. I mean, you look like an intelligent young reporter. You should be off breaking car crashes, rapes, murders. Real news. You and I both know this Mothman fad is just a bunch of baloney.
Come with me. How often do you remember a reporter's name? When was the last time you pointed to a byline and said, "Gee, he's a great writer"? Never. That's when. I just graduated from a class of 43 budding journalists, all of which will disappear into obscurity and settle for scraps of food. I, on the other hand, I'm gonna find a niche. And with that niche, money, fame, and women.
And lawsuits. Seriously, you're the biggest slab of stupidity I've ever had the pleasure of meeting.
I'm gonna be the first crypto journalist. I'm gonna travel the world, reporting on all the great mysteries of our time. It all starts with psychotics like your friend Mr. Keel here. His insanity is my stepping stone.
What can I say? He's got aim. You should go.
One saved wireless message. First saved message.
I want to talk to you, Mr. Keel. The lives of hundreds rest in your hands. Look for me tonight. I'll be waiting out back.
How can people be so blind to their surroundings? You're no different from that Jimmy character, you know? People all around town are seeing odd things. It's not one isolated incident. Consistently similar reports from a wide range of demographics, all in the span of a week. Whether or not there's a monster, it's obvious that something is happening. And yet people laugh at me for looking at the situation logically.
Somebody call you?
No.
Are you sure?
It's the end of days, Evan. That idiot actually managed to make me feel like a loser. All my life, I thought I was nothing less than a complete success. I go to university. I have a great house. I have decent friends. Why all of a sudden am I being judged for my beliefs?
It's because you're supposed to know better. Much like how I was supposed to make something out of myself. Don't sweat it, man. What, now?
Just do it.
I don't know, man. We have a lot of neighbors. Somebody might see. Get
Considering that we're two dudes that happen to live together, a misunderstanding isn't much of a stretch.
Okay. Better? Since when did it become such a taboo for two good friends to share a warm embrace?
Probably around the same time I started leading the second base.
Is anybody out there?
I've seen this sort of thing before. A little silkworm crawls into the tree and cases itself in a snug cocoon. Generally, they're about this big. I guess this one is an exception.
You left the message?
You're going to try and report this, but the cocoon won't be here when you get back.
Who are you?
I already told you. My name is Indrid Cold. I'm from a country far less powerful than the United States. Look inside.
I don't know if that's such a good idea.
It wouldn't be here right now if he didn't want you to see what's inside.
He?
Don't play dumb with me. You know exactly who I'm talking about. Now look inside. Go ahead and take it. He wants you to have it.
Society is broken. Those with power use it to make others suffer. They create standards and laws to ensure that the poor stay in poverty. We must unite. We must make a stand. Their precious sense of organization will fall even if it means taking down one establishment at a time. I may be gone now, but my message will live forever. I have made a mark, and so can you. Sacrifice yourselves and help bring the world back to its natural order, so that our children can live happily with equality for all. Janet Monster. Where have I heard that name before?
Hello, Janet.
What do you want?
I've been doing a lot of thinking, and I think I might know what I want to do with my life. Well, being a volunteer crossing guard taught me that I'm a saint with kids, so I'm thinking I might devote my life to teaching children. You know, with basic math and spelling and finger painting, all the fun stuff.
I don't think I want to bother associating with you anymore, Evan. There's just no point.
What do you mean? What happened to tough love?
I'm gonna be gone soon. There's no sense in getting too attached.
You're moving? Already?
Yeah, that's it. Back to New Jersey.
I thought you lived in West Virginia.
Yeah, but I was born in Jersey. And I've just been so depressed lately. I feel like my hometown is the only place where I can truly be happy. I'm sorry, Evan.
Janet. Wait.
Dr. Frank Steiner at Appalachian State University has declared today that he has found a method of reanimating dead tissue. But is it science fiction hocus pocus, or is it
She's moving.
Find out more.
This is ridiculous. Now do you see why I don't have dreams? They just get crushed. Time and time again. Nothing ever works out for me.
Yeah. We'll worry about your petty drama later. I'm about to be on the news any moment now.
UFO encounters seem to be on the rise. Jimmy Salvador reports.
With the recent flood of Owlman news, I have heard my fair share of wild theories. Today, however, I have an especially odd take on the situation for you. Cameron Keel, a psychology student at the university, believes that the creature may very well be the monstrous reincarnation of the late rock legend Elvis Presley.
The similarities are too numerous to mention. I mean, people look at me like I'm crazy when I try to explain it. It's completely true.
Keel goes on to say that many other deceased celebrities have tried to contact us. He believes that...
I knew it would be bad, but man, wow.
It doesn't matter. People can think what they want. In the end, I'll have the last laugh.
Well, if nothing else, he's creative.
What's this?
I don't know. It looks like one of those vague messages the men in black leave behind to warn potential security threats. Maybe you're getting in too deep, Cameron.
Thanks, Evan. I thought if anyone had my back, it'd be you.
Bipolar much?
You'll see. They'll all see. Hello, can I speak to Inspector Cold, please? Inspector Indrid Cold, it's urgent. What do you mean you've never heard of him? How can that be? How can he not be an inspector? He showed me his badge and everything. If that's the case, then how the heck did he know about my report?
Oh my gosh. Cameron, are you okay? What happened?
I'm fine. The room was spinning again, but I'm okay.
Again?
Why are you here, anyway? Did you expect to find me sprawled down on the floor?
I just wanted to tell you the truth. I miss the old Cameron. I figured the only way to get him back was by showing you how ridiculous this whole Mothman thing really is. All those pranks I set up were my last chance to reclaim what was lost. Tough love. I got the idea from Janet.
Janet?
The girl next door. The one I've been trying to court for the better part of the last week. What? It says it's private. I'm not one to trespass.
Grow a backbone and open it, you whelp!
Okay.
Read the letter.
It's a bomb.
She's going to use those explosives. Perhaps in a bank, or maybe a hospital. Either way, she's going to kill a lot of people.
Ignoring the fact that this is completely ridiculous, how do you know it's referring to my Janet? It's not like she's the only Janet in town. And besides, neither of us know her last name.
I have a good reason to believe that this is legit. And considering the circumstances, it would make perfect sense for the Janet in this letter to be the same one you've been obsessed with.
Alright then, convince me.
See, the thing is, I can't. You're just gonna have to take my word for it.
No, you implied you had some kind of proof. Just tell me what you know.
You haven't believed a word I've said over the past few days. I don't think you're gonna start believing me now. You're better off not knowing where I got my information.
The Mothman told you, is that it? You're unbelievable.
Hey, where are you going?
To win myself a woman. And no, she's not a terrorist.
I figured as much.
You're the only woman I've ever loved, Janet. Please, just give me one date.
There's no point, Evan. I'm gonna be gone soon.
No, I know that, but think about it. Even if we never see each other again, we'll always have tonight. So please, just give me tonight.
Where'd she go?
I figure if this is how our relationship is gonna end, we might as well go out with a bang.
hard.
Janet, that hurt. Look, I know I'm not the smartest person in the world, but you have to admit, calling me a retard is a bit much.
Evan, there's a monster outside. What the hell does it matter what I say to you?
Monster or not, I'm still a person. I deserve to be treated with respect.
It's trying to get in.
No, don't change the subject. This is important. All my life, people have put me down. It ends right now. People and their standards. Why can't they just learn to accept others for who they are?
Quick, in here!
What's this? Cameron was right. You're just a lunatic.
What are you talking about?
I may be retarded, but that doesn't mean I can't read. You're nothing more than a fanatic. I can't believe I loved you.
This isn't the time for accusations. That thing is trying to kill us.
What do you care if we die here? As far as you're concerned, getting mauled by that thing is pretty much mission complete.
I don't want to die, Evan, but it's the only way to send a message. It's my purpose. I've been planning my entire life around my death. If that were not the case, I would have gladly dated you. I mean, you're a cute, wonderful, caring guy, Evan. But we're just not meant to be.
But I'm cute, right?
You have antenna. Oh, my ass. I'll get them out for you. Please, just stand aside. Evan, it's me.
Cameron?
Look, buddy, the Mothman isn't going to hurt you. He only wants Janet.
What? Why?
Like I said, she's going to kill a lot of people. The Mothman came here to stop her.
Evan, please don't let that thing hurt me.
Come on out, Evan. Trust me.
You said you loved me.
Love? Lust? Easy mistake.
Just as I figured. Evan, you were never anything more than a pathetic loser. I hope you...
She's wrong, you know.
No, she's not. It doesn't matter. I'm a winner in my books. That's all that counts.
Flutterby, butterfly, into the sky till you're out of sight. And I won't run, I won't fight. Oh, I've got my feet on the ground. Little bird, say the word. I will be there with my hands held high. And I will reach to the sky. I've got my feet on the ground.
Thank you.
No problem. Anything to help out a cute guy.
Listen, I know we just met and all, and I haven't even asked your name, but I must know. Are you free for dinner tonight?
little bee, follow me into the field where I clipped your wings, and I will wait for your sting. Oh, oh, I've got my feet on the ground.